Hey, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect who firmly believe on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. The title of this lesson is going to be Edom Cometh with Cruel Intentions. Edom cometh with cruel intentions. And real quick, I just want to get the definition of intention, right? Quick Google. It says a thing intended, aim, or a plan, the healing process of a wound. But we already know that is this is in reference to the New World Order, in which this Edomite, pretty much, is setting up and aiming, towards globalization and complete and utter control of the whole world, of the whole world. So we're in a time now to where, he's setting the stage. Edom is setting the stage, starting with this pandemic. He's pushing vaccinations on the masses of the people. And he got the people to the point of believing that the jab, or the punch is there to save them, is there to protect them, and then you got individuals attempting to sway you, to accept that jab and to accept that punch, thinking that it's going to protect them from the so-called C-19, not to mention, I just dealt with that situation earlier today, and the argument came of it, but it's like you can't talk to, common folk, if you will, simple individuals, if you will, no matter the age. They could be in their 20s, they could be in their 40s, they could be in their 70s. And in this case, I was dealing with a 70-year-old man, and he's over there talking about or trying to sway me to accept and taking that punch, man. So the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. Here it is. He has the iron fist under that velvet glove, man, and he's knocking, the foolish of our people out, man. All because why? They don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. What's the scriptures tell us? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So let me get this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beasts, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. And that's how anything that this Edomite gives you for free, just know that it's a cruel intention. Just know that it's set up, to harm you. It's set up to kill you, because the aim of the global elites, is to depopulate the earth. Here it is. The earth is at what, 7, close to 8 billion people, and they have to bring that number down to 500 million. And Bill Gates said it himself. The best way to do is by way of what? Vaccination. So we in that time. We're in a time where this horns of this Edomite is beginning to show. Right? Let me get the book of Psalm, chapter 55, verse 20. Like the scriptures say, he's full of the bones of his youth, right? This is Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. It says, he hath put forth his hands such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Now, this happened during the time of the, the conquistadors with Christopher Columbus and the Native American Indians. They made over 750 peace treaties with them, and broke each and every one of those covenants. Here it is when it comes to modern day Edomites, here it is. They make these covenants by what? Making these fair speeches, man. By making these fair speeches. But and telling you, all you got to do is wash your hands. All they telling you is make sure you wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart from one another. And you should be good and well and not being contaminated with the C-19. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter but war is in his heart. And that's what happens, and that's how he dresses up when he tries to get you and forces you, because the time is going to come to where they're going to force you, you know, to receive these wicked devices. You know, that's my new word, for that is the wicked devices. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So the time is going to come to where, they opening the country back up, so to speak. And I believe in July, places are open up here in Jersey in May, towards the end of May. But the whole country is pretty much going to be open in July. That's to what? Get people conditioned again, till another outbreak comes. And then what comes? Another shutdown. And then at that point, it's going to be, I believe, in my mind, that's when it's going to be forced upon the people, mandated upon the people. But not only that, it's going to come with that microchip, right? So what Edom's just setting the stage, So it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. That's what you call a cruel intention. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So you got to be mindful of an individual who comes with fair speeches, who attempts to disarm you with his kind words, with his compliments and things of that nature. You got to watch an individual who's constantly giving compliments, man. So it says, cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So the elect is going to be taken care of in that day. Despite, the fair speeches and, the smooth talk and the $50 words in which this Edomite attempts to convince you to take, his wicked devices. When you have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord, you can see right through this devil. We see through a glass, not darkly, so to speak, right? Let me get what's that? I think Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, I believe it's the 12th chapter, right? It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And what happens with rust? As time goes on, the rust gets worse. So what's happening as time goes on with this devil and this Edomite? What's happening? What's tending to happen? He's showcasing his wickedness. His wickedness is increasing and increasing and increasing. When we read, let me hold off on this. When we read, let me see, First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 9. It says, and after his death, matter of fact, let me start from the top, because it's talking about Alexander, right? So it's First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 9. It says, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So we got to ask ourselves, who was ruling in that time? The Greeks. Who are the Greeks? The Greeks are the Edomites. So when the Edomites were pretty much in the power, what multiplied in the earth? Evils, man. Evils. And you got what? 2/3 of our people that want to take upon the nature of this Edomite, which is the evils. Jay-Z had a song entitled what? The Evils. Pretty much explaining how he plans on taking over the hip hop industry. Right? It says, so never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So take heed to that when, this devil opens up, the country again, being able to go to concerts, being able to go to restaurants, being able to go to these clubs, without, rehearsing the guidelines in which they set, for this pandemic, his rust have not been altogether wiped away because at this point, he got people on edge, So with him opening the country, that's dropping their defenses. He's going to come like a whirlwind, second time around, right? So it says, verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, He stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? That's why we don't have any mercy, to you niggas, and you biatches, who comply with this devil, who comply with this Edomite, and take his wicked devices, man. Like the word is going out. Once the message is delivered and you don't take heed to the word of the Lord, guess what? That's on you. We got the blood of our hands. We got the blood of our hands. So, that pretty much, brings in conclusion to this lesson. You pretty much get the point, that this Edomite, he's coming with cruel intentions, i.e. martial law, i.e. concentration camps, more pestilence, more plagues, more destruction. Because we can't forget that's his blessing. So in order for him to acquire wealth and riches, he has to exercise the sword, which represents destruction. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutation, and blessings to the elect. Shalom.